How much would it cost this year to fully fund where there was no deficit in Social Security, however you do it? How much dollars are we talking about just in this fiscal year?
Yeah, this year the cash deficit was I had it before me, $145 billion is what we have this year.
So we've had a $2 trillion increase in our budget, okay? And to fix Social Security, we could have taken some of that money from other programs and put $145 billion, and that would have fully funded Social Security.
That's the primary deficit this year. So that's in substance what we're
just
drawing from the trust
just
fund.
for 1 year.
That would be just for 1 year what we're drawing from the trust fund.
Right.
That's in substance the cash gap.
Right. And I think everybody would agree that this is a pretty big issue for every American thinks about this, whether, maybe my grandkids don't think about it much, but I think anybody's thinking about their retirement. So what do you all think of Joe Biden's proposal right now? What do you think of his proposal to fix Social Security? What do each of you think about it?
During the presidential campaign,
No, the one like in his budget, the one he would have this right now in his budget.
I don't believe there is anything.
I said we analyze the president's budget every year, and we did not analyze any Social Security proposals.
So he has no proposal to fix Social Security, one of the biggest issues. He's the sitting president of the United States. Number two, that's the first question. So in the budget, when they came and talked about the budget, what was the response when anybody asked about what they were doing to fix Social Security? Did they say what they were doing when they came and talked about it, when OMB came and talked to this budget committee? So
I don't know, that's beyond the role of CBO.
right.
But
so
I'm not sure.
we've sat here, we've increased our budget by $2 trillion in 5 years. All right. Right now, we could fix Social Security with some of that money. It would take $145 billion out of $2 trillion, and there's not one thing that Joe Biden has done to fix it.
Yeah, and just to make sure that the 145 is the 1 year cash balance. There's lots of other
But the budget's up $2 trillion, right?
Yeah, no, and we of course we would analyze any proposals. So.
Right. So, I think that what's frustrating here is we know this is one of the biggest issues we have. We've seen an unbelievable increase in our spending and been nothing by this president to do anything to solve it. So, Mr. Chairman, I think we ought to go back to what Senator Johnson brought up. Let's all sit down and talk about this and our entire budget. If the biggest issue we've got is retirement benefits, which I think most Americans would say it's one of the top 3 issues they're dealing with. It's inflation, it's retirement benefits, and medical bills. And this committee, I think we have every opportunity to solve it. So I hope we'll take that opportunity. But I want to thank each of you for being here.
Senator. Things are changing, friends. Top economists are warning of a recession occurring even sooner than expected. Millions of Americans are seeing their savings diminish. But there are some states that are choosing to step in and take action. Leftover crisis relief funds are being put towards one-time bonus checks. My dear friends, I'll be going over who may qualify for this. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, simply click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. The several $1,000s in stimulus checks that the government doled out to most Americans during the depths of the crisis truly helped the American people and our economy. However, the crisis-related savings and government aid that have helped prop the U.S. economy over the past 3 years have now dwindled, posing new strains for low and moderate income households. In a survey for USA Today, Americans who previously reported having crisis cash reserves are now running low, adding that they are putting off some home projects, eating out less, canceling subscriptions, and taking out loans to make ends meet. Those kind of strategies are likely to toss some cold water on U.S. consumer spending, which makes up 70% of economic activity. Many other households say they still have a good chunk of their crisis savings or never relied on it to pay their expenses. But overall, with savings shrinking, along with rising credit card interest rates, high inflation, and a cooling job market, this could tip the nation into a recession by next year. Ian Shepherdson, a chief economist, recently said in a statement, "We are always unwilling to bet against the U.S. consumer, but we are struggling here to see a plausible path to avoid a meaningful slowdown in their spending." Early in the crisis, Americans socked away $2.7 trillion in excess cash from 3 rounds of stimulus checks, enhanced unemployment benefits, the pause in student loan repayments, and laying low during the health crisis, among other assistance. For most Americans, the stimulus checks alone amounted to $3,200 per individual. So all told, the $2.7 trillion cash represents an average of $21,000 per household. The stash helped many people cushion the blow from high inflation and interest rates, or stay afloat while they took a hiatus from work due to health concerns or childcare duties. It gave others a financial leeway to look for a new job after getting laid off during the crisis. The stash helped people cushion the blow from high inflation and interest rates, or stay afloat while they took a hiatus from work due to health concerns or childcare duties. It gave others a financial leeway to look for a new job after getting laid off during the crisis. More than 1/3 of Americans say the relief money was very important to their financial stability. About 1/4 say it was somewhat important. 71% of Americans built excess reserves during the crisis, and 6 in 10 of those savers say they have depleted most or all of that money. Among that group, 90% have pared back their spending or plan to do so, compared with 62% who have not depleted their crisis funds. Of those cutting spending, 65% are dining out less, 61% are cutting back experiences, and 56% are buying fewer discretionary goods. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about the U.S. economy? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Virginia residents are eligible for $200 tax refunds if they had tax liability in 2022, indicating they owed money to the state after accounting for tax credits, deductions, and subtractions. Joint filers will qualify for a one-time tax rebate of $400. Refunds will be issued to residents who filed their taxes by July 1st, with the funds expected to be dispersed by November 30th. To be eligible for the rebate, individuals must file their 2022 taxes by the deadline of November 1st. Representative Ilhan Omar and many other progressive lawmakers have expressed their support for 2 proposals, which are aimed at benefiting millions of American families. The first proposal seeks to establish a universal income floor to address inequality. The second proposal aims to make the expanded child tax credit a permanent fixture. Representative Omar affirmed her commitment to advocating for initiatives like the Support Act, which would allocate $1,200 per month to each adult and $600 per month to each child through local governments, which would be dispersed via cash payments over a 5-year period. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, my dearest friends, thank you so very much for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation to all of you, I will be announcing several winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, if you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos. All you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on Dearish Friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.